My name's Sav, and this is Run the Tapes. Today we are going to be talking about France and how they managed to utilise their younger players who came through the under-20 system and capitalise on their club connections to run rampant versus Scotland. The four key players I want to talk about are Thomas Ramos, Antoine Dupont, Romain Ntamack and Damien Penaud. Here we see Penaud at the bottom of the screen calling for a crossfield kick. He can see the space in behind the Scottish defensive line and his arm is up, he's ready to go. Ntamack doesn't see this call in time for the next phase, but Dupont keeps his head up and manages to execute a perfect box kick so that Penaud can put pressure on Maitland and Kinghorn, forcing a line out inside Scotland's 22. This moment came very early on in the game and would have been extremely reassuring for France. We see the call coming from the outside in. The winger is informing 9 and 10 of the options available out wide. The halfbacks are then able to execute decisions that the wingers themselves are on board with. This ability often comes with familiarity and being comfortable with the players around you. France have a try disallowed early in the first half, with Dupont knocking the ball on before passing to Penaud, who dots down over the line. What happens before this though once again shows the comfort that the young French players have with playing with each other. Griggs is stripped of the ball in midfield and Dupont comes up with it. He tries to break free of the Scottish scrag tackle but can't, and so offloads one-handed to Ramos. Ramos bounces the ball out neatly to Ntamack and France are immediately on the go forward. You would be forgiven for thinking nothing of this moment because on the face of it, it's just a quick turnover and break down the left hand side. When you notice that it is once again the young cohort linking up, you'll start to see a pattern throughout the match. In fact, in the very same attacking sequence, Dupont gets half scrag tackled on him again, and once again his best mate Ramos is there to receive a one-handed offload. Bearing in mind this is 6 minutes into Ramos' first starting cap, he then has the complete confidence to chip the attacking ball over the defensive line, chase it and regather. He continues to bring this energy throughout the match, and although Dupont knocks the ball on later on in the move, you can see the connections within the French team. During France's first try, the only players who touch the ball are the young contingent mentioned at the start of the video, who bounced around the pitch with complete confidence in each other. Scotland kicked deep, hitting grass inside the French 22. Ramos covers back, deftly sidestepping his way through the kick chase. Penaud reads his run perfectly, using a hard-worked support line and receives the ball on the outside. He gives a nice ball back inside to Dupont, who just about gets stopped as he slides onto the Scottish 5-metre line. Ramos swiftly turns his hand at playing 9, and as Dupont is at the bottom of the ruck, Ntamack crashes over for a brilliant counter-attacking try. We can see the players are comfortable swapping in and out for each other wherever they are needed. We see Ramos let the ball float in front of him from Penaud's missed pass inside. This is followed by him taking over at 9. All of this exemplifies the rugby brains that have been created in France at the lower levels. For France's second try, you can see once again the combinations come into effect. We have a good stable maul attack and a breakaway by Penaud, who hands the ball off nicely to Dupont. Dupont scampers up past Scotland's 10-metre line and Garada keeps the ball rolling forward with his forwards. Dupont recovers quickly, and in the next phase we can see where the connections between old and new slightly unravel. Bastareaud starts his run way too late and asks Ntamack to give a very difficult angled long pass. As a result, when Bastareaud gets the ball on the bounce, the Scots are in his face and he opts for a chip and chase. This miraculously is pulled off, and we suddenly see the old French guard take up the slack. Fickou is right on his shoulder to look after him, and Picamoles carries off Fickou to continue the forward momentum. Off the next ruck, Dupont has performed another miracle and has made it to the breakdown in record time. Ntamack and Ramos are flying around the corner ready for his delivery, but instead Dupont chooses the Toulouse connection, backing Huget to score from close range. For me, Huget was actually standing a touch too flat, but manages to will his way over with a nice step and salute. Watching Ntamack and Ramos come flying around the corner in perfect sync is akin to Finn Russell and Stuart Hogg for Glasgow and Scotland, something that will only become more dangerous over time and is undoubtedly going to worry future international defences. We can also see that Ramos steps into first receiver on more than one occasion, taking over the distribution when needed. This comfortable interchanging of positions only comes through from training and living in each other's pockets throughout their early careers and within their club system. These micro connections have the seedings of a really strong French team, and if they can create a connection between the old and new groups within the squad, the French will be a very serious threat come the World Cup. It's hard to tell if this game was the unknown quantity of the young guns or if truly France have turned a corner, but either way there are sure signs that they have something good to build on. Thanks for listening, this has been Sav, and if you want more Run the Tapes, please like, comment and subscribe.